laugh about this all the time because I know I have left many relationships on the basis I did not understand that conversation. Have you ever been in that situation where someone stood there, had a conversation with you, and you felt confused? That everything became your fault? You don't even know what they just said. They done made it go back and forth. Before you know it, it's your fault. That's called gaslighting. Now, I never really truly understood it until this generation talks about it. But of course, my son had the nerve to tell me I was gaslighting him sometime. I didn't know what gaslighting was. So I want to talk to you and see if you understand with me what gaslighting is. And I'm going to give you pretty much what he and other people are talking about when it comes to gaslighting. Okay? Thank you for joining the Love Doctor. We're on another talk that's going to help you understand the characters, the behaviors of people so that you can have successful and loving relationships. So stay apart, continue to like and subscribe. And I love my comments because it helps me understand. So make sure you go down and give me any questions you have. It helps me bring these talks to you. And this one is a good one because I know I've seen it in the comments, people talking about, oh, you were gaslighted, or this happened based on the behaviors I've been talking about lately. And I'm going to continue to help you with understand the character of people. So thank you for being a part of Love Dr. Pamela. Now, let's go into this and let's get an understanding about gaslighting. So I'm going to try my best to define it because I didn't know what it was. So I might have to read this one to you because I didn't really know. Maybe I was doing it, didn't know I was gaslighting. But I don't think I was. But that's what my child said. Now, gaslighting is supposed to be a psychological manipulation. And it's when someone causes you to doubt your own reality, your own memory, and your own perception so that they can control your emotions. Get it? And I don't think I was that way. I think my son was just trying to get what he wanted. And so he came up with I was gaslighting him because I told him he was being manipulated. Well, people, when they manipulate you, they try to throw it on you, that you're the reason that something is the way it is. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And I know I'm not doing that. But it's caused by a need to control you or the person, right? So they're trying to dominate the conversation or they're trying to dominate you. And that's where the gaslighting come in. It's almost like a narcissistic behavior. And that's pretty much what it is because it's almost like they don't have any accountability. So when they don't get what they want to avoid the accountability of something that has taken place. And then they get insecure and angry because they don't have the power over you or control you. And they're trying to do that by gaslighting you. And so it's a form of insecurity masked to overpower you. You got me? Or to have the power over you. But it's also just a learned type of toxic behavior. And a lot of times you can be in relationships that are toxic like that. And you know, I talk about this all the time now because behaviors of people from a narcissist to manipulation, those are toxic behaviors that can just cause you indifference within the relationships you're in. You don't want to be in that. Nobody wants to be in that. Now, here's why I'm talking about it, because I want you to pay attention to it, because you didn't understand it. But I want you to pay attention to it so that you don't get caught up within these type of situations. Now, a lot of times when a person acts that way, it's just destroying your trust. It destroys how you feel about them because you're not any longer trusting them. And then it lowers your confidence. If it can do those things, it just keeps you stuck in a toxic cycle. And you don't want to do that. You got to make yourself dependent. And don't be dependent on the wrong person. You got me? So you got to pay attention. And I say this all the time. Y'all know I tell you all the time. You have to pay attention. Now, I'm going to give you quite a few. And I'm going to go through them really, really fast. So pay attention. And then I'm going to just tell you what they are. And then I'm going to try to give you quick how to recognize it, and then I'm gonna give you the solution. So I'm gonna tell you what they are, and then I'm just give you the solution in a quick barrel. But understand, I'm only giving you some of these things that right now are a problem. But then we'll come back again. We're gonna keep talking about things that's gonna help you. So if you have any comment that you want to send to me, please send a comment and take the time and tell me what you think about. And if you've ever been gaslighted, I would love to know if you've ever been gaslighted, because a lot of people don't understand it, and I didn't understand it. So I really like to know your story. Tell me what happened when you were gaslighted, okay? Now, I'm gonna go through them really quick and try not to make them too long so I can get you out of here. How about that? All right, here we go. Have you ever been blamed? It's like blame shifting. Like you in a conversation, and this happens to me a lot with my son. When we're in a conversation, all of a sudden it's a blame that everything is my fault, that they didn't get what they wanted. That's gaslighting. So all of a sudden they switch the story to make it your fault and make you feel some kind of way. Like I said, it's almost a form of manipulation because they flip it on you too quick. Okay? But it's almost blame shifting. They're gonna switch it. Another one is denial. They will say they never said what they said. Are you seeing? It's almost like you're having a conversation with somebody and you clearly remember the conversation, right? And that person like made a promise to you, they're gonna do this and do that. And then when you bring it up, they say I never said that. And you're like, what? You just said it. So now you're questioning your memory. What? That's gaslighting, okay? You see where I'm going? That's one of them. Another one is they minimize your feelings. In other words, they try to make you feel like whatever you're having a conversation about is not that serious. You're gaslighting. Okay, like I'll give you an example. So let's say you're with someone and then they're out and they flirt with someone, right? They'll flirt with this person and where you see it, and they do it right in front of you, and then you address it, and then they laugh like, it's not that serious. I was just saying hello. It was just a small little conversation. Now you feel like some kind of way and feel invalid. That's minimizing your feelings. You got it? That's gaslighting, okay? Another one is they twist your story. You know what I don't think I need to explain how they twist your story. They twist your story because they're reinventing an event, and then they make you feel like the story that you're telling is not the story that actually happened. So they twist the story and change the story around. And you're like, you just flipped the story. They're giving their narrative of what they want people to hear and believe. Got me? So that's gaslighting you to make you feel different in the story when that actually didn't happen in the story. Got it? Okay? Twisting the story. Another one is they give you a silent treatment after they manipulated you. Yeah, my son is bad with that, but he can't manipulate me. Because when he doesn't get his way, then he wants to run from the thing. It's almost like they're gonna punish you without, I'm done. I don't wanna talk about it anymore. But then they manipulated you into believing something they want you to believe. Now I need space. Now I need you to bother me. You stressing me out. What? It's just a silent treatment after they've tried to manipulate you. That's gaslighting. Okay? Another one is when they project the type of gaslighting on you. Like they'll accuse you of what they're doing wrong, but they're accusing you. Okay, like for instance, you are on the phone, and then they'll come in and they'll say, "Excuse you, you wait, are you being sneaky?" And you're like, "What? What am I being sneaky for?" Now you're trying to defend yourself on a phone call. You just, what? And that ain't nothing but a form of insecurity, questioning you what you're doing. But they're gaslighting you to project something that is happening that actually is not happening. So they're accusing you of something that actually hadn't happened. Got me? Another one is they have emotional confusion tactics. Like they'll try to confuse you with some type of behavior. 1 minute they hot, 1 minute they cold. One minute they're angry, one minute they're nice. That's gaslighting. That's confusing you with the way they are. And you think it's manipulation, but no, they just got this hot and cold type of behavior, and they're using those tactics on you to try to keep you imagining things that is not actually true, but it is true. And it makes you feel like, what? So it keeps you confused. Gaslighting ain't nothing but confusion. Pretty much that's what all it is. The person is to keep you confused about something that actually happened, but make you feel that it hadn't happened. You understand? Another thing, you in public versus a private, and their behavior switch. They're nice when they around their friends, but they mean when they with you. They're nice when they're out in the street in public, but when they with your family, they're different. You see where I'm going? And so it's like charming when everybody else see them, but when they come home, they're asshole. You know, it's just gaslight, and then it make you feel like it's you. It's just you seeing that. That's not happening. I always treat you so. No, you don't. No, you don't. You change. You change. Then they undermine your confidence. This is the one that really is a trip. If you're confident in something that you're doing, and I used to date somebody else like that, they'll do a subtle put down about you. And I didn't realize they were gaslighting, but that's what they call that. So it's like if somebody compliments you or say something wonderful about you, then they want to downplay. Oh, don't tell her that. What? Like it's not real. They want to make you feel it's not real and want to try to make you think that what they said is not true. Now, you know yourself and you know what they said was a nice compliment, but they want to belittle it. You see where I'm going? So they're undermining what someone just gave you a higher confidence for. And then the main one, and I'm going to let you go, is when they have this fake concern for you. They act like they're so concerned about you. They disguise themselves as caring for you, and they really don't care. Like they say, oh, I'm so worried about you. I'm checking on you. I'm trying to see how you doing. And they just act in that way, and they don't care. Now you questioning, wait a minute, did they ask me? It's like I talk about one of the personalities like that, and I'm going to try not to say it, but there's certain personalities or certain zodiac signs that act this way. They're your friend, they got you, they rah-rah, whatever you want. I got you. If you need anything, call me and let you know. And then as soon as you call, they go, what? When did I say that? Fake. Just fake. Just fake all day long. In other words, you really have to pay attention to people personality. This is why I talk about it, because people are not who they say they are. That's why you have to pay attention. People pay attention, because people will change up on you in a minute and they will be somebody else. You have to pay attention. So I'm going to give you some quick solutions again to how you stop this type of gaslighting, because you didn't realize it was. I didn't realize some of them was. Now I know. But what you need to do is you got to trust your instinct. You got to trust that if it's confusion, that's a signal. You got to stop dealing with people that put you in a place to make you feel bad and think they're going to lower your self-esteem. You have to pay attention. Don't let somebody confuse you. And they're not somebody that you need to trust, because something's not making sense. Something's not right. And so you have to pay attention. If you're really into somebody that you kind of want to be with and you're trying to stay in that relationship, you're just going to have to document the patterns. You're going to have to pay attention and journal the way they act and tape their conversations and see what they say. Because you need to help get clarity on the conversation, because they're going to confuse you. It's about confusion. And if you don't have a good memory, I would say tape it. And you know how I am. If you're not sure, tape it. The other thing is, you gotta set boundaries. And that's That's the whole part of people that manipulate you, or people that want to get over on you, people that want to try to figure you out. They're going to go across your boundaries and they're going to act a certain way. You got to set firm boundaries, especially when you're dealing with your emotions. Don't let somebody take over your emotions. Do you hear me? You got to set it. Another one is you got to stop over explaining yourself. I stopped doing. I remember. And see, the thing I used to do is tell people things about what I was doing, and I had to stop that. My brother says, "You talk too much. You talk too much." But I never explain what I do and how I do it because I don't have to. I always knew I don't have to tell you where I am and what I'm doing. I'm grown. You can go where you want to go. You can do what you want to do. You're an individual. Even if you're married, it has nothing. You don't have to explain to somebody why you didn't do something or didn't want to do something. If that's not what you wanted to do and you didn't want to do it, you didn't. You don't have to explain why. And that's where the relationship problems come in. Because we so quick to try to explain to somebody why something didn't happen the way they thought it should have happened. You don't have to explain that. You are you and they are them. And if you weren't where they thought you would be, or something didn't happen the way they thought it should be, then it is what it is. You don't have to try to over-explain it because now it becomes a lie. So stop explaining yourself so much. And a lot of times, walk away when reality is constantly denied. If you know that what actually happened, and this person is making you think that's not what happened, let it go. Let it go. Because you're going to sit here and keep having a conversation with somebody that you know is they're just going to take you to a whole nother level, a whole nother place to get you out of your place of peace. And you sitting here arguing with somebody and having a conversation with somebody that has nothing to do with what is actually happening at that moment. Because it's not real. So I hope this would help you, because I had to figure this out because I didn't know I was doing none of this. I don't think I was. I think I was that way. But I just wanted to kind of give you an understanding of what happens when you get yourself, and if you ever feel confused, and if you ever go through situations where you in situations actually with someone that makes you feel some kind of way, you got to pay attention to it. And I help, and I have go into the link in the description. I help those who are confused and trying to get clarity, trying to get understanding. And I would love to help you get through your journey of clarity, and let's transform you into peace so that you don't have to keep taking on other people's issues and pain and confusion. Reach out to me so that you can get your help. Go into the link and I offer consultation. Stay a part and join my membership, because I'll be doing live talks each week as we talk about ways to help you have successful relationship. So remember, love is only delayed, and we'll be back talking about more love, love, love.